Hello, Level 10s. I've recorded this short video for you regarding identifying a thesis in a text. So, what is a thesis and how can you find it? I think you should all be able to answer this question by now, quite honestly, but just in case, I wanted to review. So, as we know, each paragraph in a reading has a kind of main idea. All right, this main idea consists of the topic of what the reader wants to, what the writer would like to talk about, and then it has a claim. The claim is basically what they think about the topic, okay? It's like their opinion on the topic. So, like paragraphs, a whole reading has one central main idea, which is encompassed in the thesis. Writers often state this in the introductory paragraph, especially I know in other countries, sometimes the thesis will be hidden in the middle, or you have to wait to the end to read it like a big surprise. But in North American style of writing, we state the thesis immediately in the first paragraph. It's not the first sentence, but it will be in the first paragraph, usually near the end of the paragraph. Okay, and the thesis is always restated at the end of the whole essay or article again, just like the reader introduces the thesis, their opinion, their topic, then they prove all their points, why they think this, and at the end, they make their grand finale claim about whatever the topic was. So, why is it important to be able to identify a thesis? Well, I think we know this as we start reading more than one article on a topic. For example, when you're preparing for your annotated bibliography or your essay, you need to read several kinds of articles, several articles on the same topic. All right? Now, each author should have something new to contribute to that author. To contribute to that subject. So the point is you need to figure out, okay, this is what the topic is, this is the issue, what is this particular person trying to say about it? In the academic world, these ideas are often quite nuanced. And the idea of collecting a whole bunch of resources for an annotated bibliography or for us, your outline for your essay is you need to discover what people are saying about the same topic. So maybe this group of people is arguing for an idea, this group of people is arguing somewhat for, but with a different amendment. And you will find as you go through your research, you're going to find lots of different opinions on the same topic. And that's why it's so important that when you're even just skimming articles or doing your initial research, it's important to be able to identify what is the thesis? What is the person trying to say about this topic? Okay? So, some strategies to help you find the main idea would include, obviously, you should read and you should think about what is the topic of the essay. Often the topic will be listed somewhere in the title, so it's not a big surprise. Okay? But what is interesting is to find out what they're trying to say about it. All right? What claim are they trying to make? In other words, you need to kind of think, what are they trying to persuade me about something? Are they giving me information? Are they arguing a certain direction on an issue? Are they comparing something? All of these, the different types of language in the thesis should help you discover what they're talking about. Another tip is to help, once you read through your article or even a newspaper, any kind of article or reading, each main paragraph should have a kind of idea. And this idea should not be straying too far away from what the thesis is talking about. It should be supporting the idea. So all the paragraphs should link back to the thesis. And when you're writing, you should make sure that yours does that too. So pay attention in particular to the first paragraph, second paragraph, that's often where the ideas get a little bit more developed, and then the final paragraph. All right? When you write, This is one of the most important things about identifying theses in your reading, is because when you write, you need to make your own thesis, correct? So when you're reading, think about how you will write. In each paragraph, in which paragraph will you write your thesis? Will you restate it anywhere else? I hope the answer to both of these questions for you is yes. So the first one should be somewhere in the introduction, and the last one should be somewhere in your conclusion. All right? So I encourage you, when you're reading, pay attention to how other people phrase their thesis. Pay attention to where they have it. Pay attention to how they restate it. If you remember all these little things when you're reading, you're well on your way to being an awesome academic. So, without further ado, let's read. I'd like you to do your first reading. Hopefully you've watched this video before your first reading, but if not, you could do a quick reread to help figure some things out. All right? So first, read the introductory paragraph and then the final. That's going to give you a good idea of, okay, what is this person talking about? Can you identify the thesis? I hope you can. Then, as you read, underline or maybe make margin notes for each paragraph, the main idea of each paragraph, and think, do these support the thesis? What are they saying about it? I'm sure if you do all these things, you will be experts in no time. Enjoy reading.